Good afternoon. Today I'm going to another quarry in North Wales. I won't always be doing quarries, it's just I jumped on maps to see what was local. I'm going to bike there. I've been biking for about half an hour, so I'm probably about halfway now. When I get there, I will continue the recording and the vlog. Let's get into it. I've just got here now. I've just come in through this route. What I've done is I've set my bag down here on my bike, and I want to go over to see what the view is like. I want to overlook the view so that I've got something nice to look at when I'm sat in the porch of the tent. This is the highest point of the whole quarry, so I'm just going to see what's on the other side of the bridge. But this bit is so ideal. I mean, it's perfectly flat. The view is phenomenal, but I don't like how exposed it is, not only to the elements but to the surroundings. Somebody could report me or, you know, come and mess about at night. I don't want anyone from this company coming up here telling me to move when I've pitched, so I think it's best to go down here where the path slants down. It levels off somewhat. So I've just put my pack over the fence, I've locked my bike up there, the quarry is here. I don't like how exposed it is at the top, so what I'm going to do is head down this path, and where it levels off about halfway down, that's where I'm going to pitch up. Cleared off here as much of the little stones and rubble that I can find, and I've just stood on everything just to make sure that it's comfortable as I can possibly get it for tonight. I'm thinking if I have my head at the top and my feet going down, and I'll be facing out this way obviously, this is where my body's going to go, and then the porch is going to be in this area here. So let's get the porch set up. So that is my home pitch for the night. What I'm going to do is get all my gear inside, sort all that out, and then get some cooking on the go. It's not too bad. If I just go behind, that's 100% flat now, so you can see what sort of angle I'm on, which isn't too bad really, considering the path is almost at like a sharp 45-degree angle. That is lovely, just in time for the sunset as well. So that's my roll mat rolled out and pumped up, and it's really comfy. I've used this already. Now that's in, time to get the sleeping bag in and start layering up all of the insides. Cooking pan, emergency water filtration straw. That can go way up here because that's where I do all my cooking and stuff. Food, electronics, I've taken them out, but they will be going back in the bag just to keep it extra safe. Toilet roll, shovel, blankets, that will be going as my liner for the sleeping bag just to keep me extra warm. Gas for my cooking. There's my cooking stove, they always come 2x2. Sleeping socks, fluffy ones. Extra clothes popped to the side. Sleeping bag, thermals just in case I need to put them on. I've got my slippers here as well. We're hitting lows of 2 degrees tonight. Last time I did camp out and we had lows of 2 degrees, the only thing that was cold with me, it was my feet, and I had 2 pairs of socks on, my slippers inside the sleeping bag in the tent. So I've come extra prepared this time. I've got 2 sleeping socks, my socks, spare socks, I'm not going to put them ones on, a liner for my sleeping bag, thermals and slippers, so hopefully we're a lot warmer tonight. That is my sleeping setup, all complete and rolled out. I've also put up the lantern. I've put my head torch in this little side pocket. I'm out here for the toilet. I've got some friends. Where are you going? Come back, Barbara. Let's get some cooking on the go. This porch section, actually underneath the whole tent, I need to get a base layer. I sit in here and I utilize this a lot. Now I know I've got my my deployable seat, and that's fine, but I want the whole area covered in tarp-like material. Let's get a coffee made before I do any sort of food. Jet foil. Pull it off. There's my cutlery. There's my gas stand. There's the burner. Let's keep on that. That's nice to have a little bit of heat. Whilst that's boiling, just take a look at this view. Look at that. Now this is boiled. Take everything with you. Where's my spoon? There we go. Oh, just let that warm me up. Nice hot cup of coffee. For now, I'm going to have the sweet and sour noodles. If I'm hungry after that, I'll have some spice infused couscous. 200 ml. Sounds, that's 500, 250. Well, that's my stomach all sorted. Full up. I've had my food. I've had a hot drink to keep me warm. Getting close to zero. I'm going to close up this. I'm going to get in there, get in my sleeping bag, get nice and warm for a bit. I'm going to set an alarm so that I can come outside at midnight, see what the stars are like, see if I can see anything and get some night pictures. So it's quite late now and my alarm's gone off for me to check what it's like outside, and I'm still in my sleeping bag. I've put that on so that obviously you guys can see the sky out there. It's just not clear, so it's not worth me trying to get any pictures. There's no stars out. I'm just gonna get my head down, and I'll check back in with you guys in the morning. Good morning. Fucking hell, that's right. It's 10 to 8, and I'll be honest, I didn't really sleep the best. My feet are cold, and the angle that I was on, I didn't take into consideration the material of the floor with the material of the sleeping mat and the sleeping bag. Everything was just slowly moving down. I did try and reduce that by putting my bag underneath the sleeping mat. It didn't really help much. I mean, it resulted in tying up my feet in a blanket to try and keep as much heat as I could. And then in there I've got 3 pairs of socks on and slippers. But it's been 6'2". From what I've read online, when you get cold hands and feet, it's because your organs need the blood to keep warm. So your body is drawing it up from your limbs and keeping it in your torso so that it can retain the heat. So what you need to do is get your torso extremely hot so that it can then start pumping blood to the other extremities of your body. I'm going to go and collect some water and then have a brew and make some food. Oh, chilly morning. Tell you what I'm going to do before I go and get some water is do a few hill sprints here just to try and get my blood absolutely pumping around my body and warm up my feet, because there's like this gripping, biting, cold sensation at the soles of my feet that I want to get rid of. Right, I'm warmed up a bit more now. Gonna go grab my bottle from inside the tent. Then I have to hop over that fence again because there's like a little water pond, lake. I don't think it's either or. I think it's just like a collection of water. Anyway, there's a body of water over that fence that I need to go and get. I've had some food, I've had a drink, and I've got back into my sleeping bag to get some heat and warmth in me. I'm going to start packing everything away soon so that we can conclude the video. I'm not going to record it because I'm just fucking too cold. It's been awesome. Although it's cold and it's been biting at my feet through the night, it's worth it for the headspace that I get. The cold fresh air, because I do like cold fresh air when I breathe. Away from people. Now it is nice to have some communication with people and to have interactions, but it's good for your mental health to prove to yourself that you can do things like this alone and you don't need to rely on anyone. But just to give you time to think and process things that go on in your life and wind down. You don't need to sit there on technology all the time or being constantly occupied. You need to just have that downtime away from technology, social media especially, because of how volatile it is and negative. It's subject to what's on your feed, obviously, but you'll still get caught into the endless scrolling and stuff. I've really enjoyed it, and it's another solo exploration boxed off, and there will be plenty more to come. I wouldn't change it for the world. Peace out.